So on the previous page we studied how the old craftsman, he beckoned, he signaled the Sir Alexander head court and the Mandarin to come at the back of the shop. They did so. So they followed the old craftsman and entered a veritable Aladdin's cave. Veritable means true, means it was looking like an Aladdin's cave, truly Aladdin's cave. Okay, Aladdin's cave that is full of jewels. So here what are the jewels? The statues. So the back of the shop even had more precious, more beautiful statues of ivory and jade, with row upon row of beautiful miniature emperors and classical figures. Okay, row upon row means there was, all the shelves were full of miniature, that is small statues, classical figures, okay, like emperors of the past, all that, statues of those emperors, empress, so all that were in small figure there on the rows. The minister could have happily settled down in the orgy of ivory. Orgy means something that has a huge amount of. So the minister, that is Sir Alexander, would have loved to sit there and observe the ivory statues. It was full of ivory statues. For at least a week, means for 1 week he can go on admiring those statues. There were so many of them. Sir Alexander and the craftsman chatted away to each other through the interpreter. So now Alexander and craftsman, they are talking to each other. And who is helping them in delivering the thoughts? The Mandarin. And the minister's love and knowledge of the Ming dynasty was soon revealed. So as Sir Alexander told that he had a major interest in the Ming dynasty, Mandarin translated that to the craftsman. The little craftsman's face lit up with this discovery, and he turned to the Mandarin and in a hushed voice made a request. So craftsman had one statue of the Ming dynasty. Okay, the true example. So he had a shine on his face when he came to know that Sir Alexander has a lot of interest in Ming dynasty. So he told something to the Mandarin. The Mandarin nodded his agreement and translated. So he told something and then Mandarin translated that in English. What did he say? I have, Your Excellency, a piece of Ming myself. Ming myself means an example, a statue of Ming dynasty, that you might care to see, means you would love to see it because you have interest in Ming dynasty. So I have one statue of that dynasty. A statue that has been in my family for over 7 generations. For more than 7 generations, that statue has been in my family. So please mark this, over 7 generations in the family of the old craftsman. I should be honored, said the minister. So Sir Alexander said that it will be his honor to get to see an example of a statue which belongs to the Ming dynasty. It is I who would be honored, Your Excellency, said the little man. Little man is the craftsman who is short in height. So he said, it's my honor that I have a chance to show it to you. Who thereupon scampered out of the back door. Scampered means he walked fast with short steps. Very fast he walked, nearly falling over a stray dog. And in a hurry he was about to fall on a dog also. He's in a hurry to show that to Sir Alexander. And on to an old peasant house. Peasant means a farmer's house, a few yards behind the workshop. So he went to the street at the back of the another house he went. The minister and the Mandarin remained in the back room for Sir Alexander. Now here one more Chinese tradition is written. So in this pages you will study about Chinese traditions and the description of the Chinese statue. 2 main things you have to mark. Okay, so one of the Chinese traditions is revealed in this page. 3 examples we have already studied in the previous pages. The 4th Chinese tradition is mentioned here. You can mark that. The old man would never have considered inviting an honored guest into his humble home until they had known each other for many years, and only then after he had been invited to Sir Alexander's home first. So what is the Chinese tradition? That supposing a person who does not belong to China, he goes to China. So first of all, he should be acquainted, he should know the Chinese for many years. Secondly, he should have invited the Chinese to his house first. and then the Chinese will invite the guest to his house. Without that, the guest cannot enter the house of the Chinese. Okay, so this is the fourth Chinese tradition. You can mark that and you have to learn that if a foreigner goes to China, first of all, he should be acquainted with the Chinese for a few years. Secondly, the guest will invite the Chinese first to his house, and then the Chinese will invite the guest to his house. Then that is why the craftsman did not ask Sir Alexander to come to his house directly. And Sir Alexander also knew this rule, so he kept standing at the back of the shop and waited for the craftsman to return. A few minutes passed before the little blue figure. Who is the little blue figure? The old craftsman, because he is wearing long blue dress and is short in height. So little blue figure came trotting back. So he came fast, pigtail bouncing up and down on his shoulders. So he had a pigtail like the girls, pleated pigtail, and that was moving when he was coming. And he was coming very hurriedly and cheerfully, in joy. He was now clinging onto something. Clinging means holding something like this. Okay, clinging onto something that from the very way he had it close to his chest had to be a treasure, as if it was a very precious thing, a treasure, and he was holding it close and clinging to it. The craftsman passed the piece over for the minister to study, and then he gave that statue to Sir Alexander. That observe this. Sir Alexander's mouth opened wide with surprise that what a beautiful piece. And he could not hide his excitement. So there was excitement on his face. The little statue, now you mark the description of the Chinese statue. Okay. First point, no more than 6 inches in height. This was the height of the Chinese statue. Not more than 6 inches. Was of the Emperor Kang. This is the second point. So that statue was the figure of Emperor Kang. And as fine as example of Ming as the minister had seen. So it was an example of the Ming dynasty. Sir Alexander felt confident that the maker was the great Pen Qiu. So mark this as the third point. Pen Qiu means it was not actually of Pen Qiu, the great sculpture. But Sir Alexander thought that this must be by the sculptor Pen Qiu, who had been patronized by the emperor. So he was given a lot of respect by the Emperor Kang. So he must have made the statue of Emperor Kang. So that the date must have been around the turn of the 15th century. So this statue belongs to 15th century. Please mark that. Fourth point. So according to Sir Alexander, this statue must have been made by Pen Qiu and it belongs to 15th century. The statue's only blemish means defect. So what was the only defect? Was that the ivory base, please mark that as the fifth point, that ivory base was missing, okay, on which such pieces usually rest was missing. So the statue could not stand. The base was missing. And a small stick protruded from the bottom of the imperial robes. So that statue was wearing the dress of Emperor Kang. Yes, so from the bottom one stick was hanging down. So that stick has to be put in some base so that the statue can stand. So base was missing. But in the eyes of Sir Alexander, nothing could detract from its overall beauty. Detract means take away. So nothing, no defect can take away the praise from its overall beauty. Means according to Sir Alexander, the statue was wonderful, very beautiful. Although the craftsman's lips did not move, his eyes glowed with the pleasure his guest evinced as he studied the ivory emperor. So, when the craftsman saw how excited, how happy Sir Alexander was, the craftsman's eyes also had glow, shine in them to see that the guest is so happy to see something which the craftsman had given to him. You think the statue is good? Asked the craftsman through the interpreter. So, through the Mandarin, he asked in Chinese, do you think the statue is good? It's magnificent. So Sir Alexander replied in English, which the Mandarin translated in Chinese. It's magnificent. The minister replied, quite magnificent. My own work is not worthy to stand by its side, added the craftsman humbly. So craftsman said, oh, it's very magnificent. Whatever I have made, that also does not stand equal to this statue. This statue is much better than any of my work. No, no, said the minister. Though in truth the little craftsman knew the great man was only being kind, for Sir Alexander was holding the ivory statue in a way that already showed the same love as the old man had for the piece. So when the craftsman said that this statue is better than all the work that I have ever made, Sir Alexander said, no, no, your work is also good. But the craftsman knew that Sir Alexander is saying that only to please him. Because Sir Alexander was also holding the statue so close to his heart, the same way as craftsman held it. So that showed that he also thought it to be very valuable and liked it a lot. The minister smiled down at the craftsman as he handed back the Emperor Kang, and then he uttered perhaps the only undiplomatic words. Undiplomatic means informal, friendly words he had ever spoken in 35 years of serving his queen and country. So for 35 years he had been a British ambassador in different parts of the world. He had always been formal, always devoted to his service, never said anything which would bring disgrace to Britain. First time he spoke something which he regretted. What did he say? How I wish the peace was mine. Please mark this, you can quote this line. So Sir Alexander said, oh, I wish the statue was mine and not yours. Now he said this. Sir Alexander regretted, and then as soon as the words came out from his mouth, Sir Alexander felt guilty. Why did I say this? Voicing his thoughts, immediately he heard the Mandarin translate them. And as soon as he said, I wish this statue was mine, Mandarin translated that in Chinese. Besides, because he knew only too well the old Chinese tradition. So this is the 5th Chinese tradition. Please mark it. That if an honored guest requests something, the giver will grow in the eyes of his fellow men by parting with it. Parting means by separating from it. Means if a guest requests something, then the host has to give it. This is a Chinese tradition. So now the host, that is the craftsman, loved the statue. It has been in his family for 7 generations. Yes, and he never wanted to part with it. But because Sir Alexander has request for it, yes, he said, how I wish this piece was mine. Now the craftsman will have to give according to the Chinese tradition. So 5 Chinese traditions you have marked till now. A sad look came over the face of the little old craftsman as he handed back the figurine to the minister. Figurine means the statue. So Sir Alexander had already given the statue back to the craftsman and said, how I wish this piece was mine. And now the craftsman gave the statue again to Sir Alexander. That take it now, it's yours. No, no, I was only joking, said Sir Alexander, quickly trying to return the piece to its owner. So quickly trying to return to craftsman. He said, no, no, I was only joking that this piece was mine. I don't want it. You would dishonor my humble home if you did not take the emperor, your excellency. So craftsman said that it will be a dishonor for me. You have to accept it now. The old man said anxiously, and the Mandarin gravely nodded his agreement. Means seriously. So he also nodded that yes, you will have to take now. You are dishonoring. Means if you had requested something, if you had wished for something, the host has to give it. And now when the host is giving, you cannot deny. You have to take it. Otherwise you will be disrespecting, dishonoring him. The minister remained silent for some time. So Alexander was silent. Now he is thinking what to do. I have dishonored my own home, sir, he replied. So he said, I have brought disgrace to my own country, Britain. Means being a British ambassador, and I am requesting something from a Chinese common man. So this is, I am representing Britain over here. I should not have been asking something. So he says, I have dishonored my own home by asking something. And looked towards the Mandarin, who remained inscrutable. Inscrutable means difficult to understand. So Mandarin did not understand what does he mean by this, that he has dishonored his own home. If Sir Alexander does not take the statue, it will be dishonoring or disrespecting the craftsman. But if he takes the statue, how is he dishonoring Britain? That Mandarin did not understand. Okay, but I think you understand that now. If he takes that, it is like being, he is representing Britain and he is asking something from someone. So asking something is a dishonor. In that way, Sir Alexander is saying it.